So you want to open a retail shop in 2019. Ask yourself if you're crazy. With Amazon, eBay, all the other online retailers that are going to outbid you, you still want to open up a retail shop in 2019. Let me give you a breakdown of our day, of our sales, of our take-home profit, and of our salary, or lack of some weeks. Turning over here, we have my one and only employee, Felicia.
The best thing that's ever happened to him.
Where are you? Oh. Okay. You keep your labor costs down. Keep your space small and intimate. That's the two keys I can tell you for success in this business. All right, let's get into it. Hey. How do you like working retail?
It's fine.
My God, you look like a ballerina.
If you don't have any employees, you have to work when you're sick.
Oh, yeah. So welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you for indulging me in this adventure and joining me for the next maybe, let's see how long this gets to, 7 to 8 minutes. If you want to support this business and support this small channel and small business, I guess, please hit the like button and please subscribe down below. It really, really helps our algorithm and gets our videos seen by more people. And for the love of God, make sure your walk-in cooler is near your store. Mine is about 50 feet away. You wouldn't think, you know, it's that far. Oh, Ray, why can't you just walk it? Why can't you just walk it? It's not that far. No, trust me. When you do it 30, 40 times a day and you need things out there fast to make you more money, you're going to want that cooler right next to your store where you can just grab and go. Grab and go. Put it near your store. Trust me, I made that mistake and I'm paying for it every day.
Can you see me? Hi. So anyways, to touch on what Ray was saying, you say you want to open a retail spot, should you, with all the competition that is around? Only for me, I think that if you do have a vision or you do have a passion for something and you do want to open up a business and you're kind of contemplating, you should definitely do it. Just because I feel like eventually if you don't, down the road in your life you're going to regret and always wonder, what if, you know, what if I opened it? Would it have been successful? What would have happened? Could I have been very successful? And you'll just always have those regrets later on in your life.
I've been very busy, which is weird for July. Very kind of out of nowhere. Maybe it's because it's corn season. We're selling a lot of corn. Total sales for the day. We're going to get to that in a minute because it's not over yet, so I want to give you the accurate total sales of the day. Basically, I'm going to be honest, we just started pulling any personal money out of this business. It's a very modest amount. You're not going to get rich doing this. Maybe if you have a second location, a third location. But I will tell you that it's rewarding in its own way when the days go right, and you're going to be pissed when the days go wrong, just like any other job. The reason we just started taking a salary, well, an hourly wage out of this place now is because pretty much everything we're making we're putting right back in, so there wasn't much left over to take personally. We're looking at the long-term goal here. Like any profit we made, we bought more product to eventually make a bigger profit, to buy more product to make a bigger profit, if that makes sense. If you're in this business, you know how important being well stocked is. There's people that will come in for one item, and if you don't have that item, they're never going to be back. There's a lot of people in retail that will tell you, you know, just having full shelves will bring more people in, just because it's a psychological effect. Like they feel like it's worth it to be here. You know, I came in and I have all these options. Maybe I'll be back because there's so many options that I saw that I'm not buying this time, so I can buy them next time. It's a very psychological game with retail, and you really have to be in the mind of the consumer at all times. If you're ever considering opening a retail store, be aware that people don't give a damn if you run out of something. They don't care what your excuse is. They just want it now, and there's no reason or that sounds good enough to them, and that will lead them to never come back, go shop elsewhere, spend their money elsewhere, which, you know, I don't blame them either. People aren't looking to build your business the way you are. Let me give you an example of when I tell you that people really don't care about your excuses when you run out of something. This holds our local corn for this season. It is the very first day that it was available for wholesale. I only bought, I'd say, 12. So yeah, there just a customer walked in. So we told maybe 10 people at the end of the day that we ran out of corn because it was the first day of the season. And what do? They get pissed. They don't care that I was testing the waters, see how many bags I needed. So tomorrow I'm gonna double up on it and see if that's enough for the day. Hopefully it's not, because that means I sold everything. And when you sell out of something in produce, that's good because you can start fresh.
So for us, our business is physically demanding. I'm always on my feet 24/7. I used to have a pre-existing back issue. Well, it kind of still happens here and there, but hasn't been too bad lately. But obviously when we opened, I wasn't dealing with it at the time.
Side note, we are getting this branded, and the one by Felicia. Felicia's doing a bunch of stocking. So if you're wondering why it looks kind of ghetto or retro, as we're going to tell customers if they ask, that's what we're doing with those. It's a local company that does all graphic designing. I want to show you that in a future video. So you're only going to know about that if you press subscribe. What was I going with this? Where was I going with this? Another thing you'll find when you're opening your retail store, everyone will try to sell you everything. If you start saying yes to everything, you will run out of cash, you'll run out of working capital, and which will shut down your business. I mean, the main thing is you don't want to run out of money. That's what I have balanced out. I pay my bills when I want to pay them, as long as they don't collect interest. If they collect interest, then you're going to want to pay them on time. I try to pay all my bills on time, but whoever gets paid first is always our priority. I don't start signing checks to people that aren't asking for their money. I got to sell product to pay checks. Therefore, if your stuff isn't selling, well, then you're going to have to wait to get your bill. It's only fair, right? I mean, maybe it's a risk I have to take that I bring in product that may not sell, but most vendors agree, you know, if they're small vendors, that is, that they will wait until the product sells before taking payment. That's how I worked it out with most of my smaller vendors. So that's another thing. Don't over inventory, because you'll end up tying up all your money in inventory, and then guess what? You won't have any money to buy the things you actually need. So your retail store or the one you're opening may vary greatly with, you know, your profit margins, but generally I found retail is between 30 and 40% profit margin. I would say in a different business you will move less product, but you'll have no waste, and you don't have to figure out what to do with product that looks bad. Like we do, we have to recook things, repurpose things, just to make sure we don't throw out too much, because at the end of the day, if we're throwing out $100 worth of product, well, that comes out of our, you know, $4.95 total profit. So you have to be very careful, because you can go into an unprofitable day very quickly in this business if you start throwing too many things out, or you're overstaffed, or you're buying too much inventory, which has happened to us many times. Besides the staffing part, we have one part-timer, so that was never an issue. I keep this place very lean with labor, because I know that it needs to grow more before we hire so many people. The profit margins aren't that great where I can justify that. So that's the gist of it. I would say your retail store, you know, before taking a salary out, you might want to look at reinvesting into your business so you are more profitable in the future before, you know, taking money that you might not have. So The day's sales are, Fel, you want to check the till?
That's 1650.
1650 total sales. Now, you know, that is a pretty good Wednesday. Yesterday it was very, very close. So in the summer we find that Tuesday, Wednesday, we're closed on Mondays, are busier than actually Thursday and Friday. I think a lot of people go away in this area. So that's why it kind of ranges like that. 1650 total profit. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Give me a second. So the day's sales are 1650. Yesterday's were very good as well. Total profit, we can say about 30 to 40%. Everything ranges so high in this business, between 20 all the way to 60%, sometimes close to 100% profit margins. So what I'm gonna guess is 35 to 40 for this. I'm not really, guessing. It's more of an average. So I'm gonna say about $495 total profit for the day. That's gross profit. Gross profit, I'm sure most of you know, is whatever you actually made before paying your expenses. And that we will get into in another video. But this one today, $495 in profit, not bad. After Felicia's salary is probably like $5, so because she really takes a lot out of the bank account. Talk all day about this subject because we've learned so much over the year and a half now, plus another year to build everything out. Please suggest comments down below on what you'd like to see in our future videos about a retail store, investing in a retail store in general, because we have really started from the ground up here. We really had nothing, no inventory. We really had no money when we opened this store. And I'm not saying we're getting rich, but we are building it to a comfortable state where we know that it will produce money and we can take salaries out of this store hopefully within the following year. The only person I pay now is Felicia. She's considered an employee. She pays taxes on everything that she makes. It's the best way to do it. I personally don't take much money out of this place yet. Felicia's wage covers our personal expenses for now. They are very low. I suggest if you are opening a retail store, just know this: you will not make any money probably for the first year and a half, 2 years. I mean, we started making money after a year. I mean, we broke even the first year. So if you did like this video, hit subscribe. We got a lot more coming. It's been such a busy 2 days. I barely had any time to really kind of mesh these videos out. They are a bit all over the place, but I wish you the best of luck if anybody's opening a retail store, no matter if it's, a grocery store, a clothing store. They all have the general trends. You're always gonna have people that piss you off. You're always gonna have people that complain. You're gonna have your regulars, which end up, being most of your revenue. And I'm gonna cut this out here because I'm gonna talk forever because it's the end of the night and I'm bored. So, thank you for watching to this point. Subscribe if you liked it, like it if you liked it, and I will see you soon.